Hi, I'm Heather. In this video, we're going to review different design styles. As we cover them, ask yourself, when will each style be most effective for designing the user interface? Let's dive right in. Think about writing a grocery list. Once you know what you need, in what order do you write your list? Often, we write our grocery lists grouped by department, and almost always in the order of our favorite store's layout. Our brains already know what we need and have an idea or expectation for the order in which the information should flow. Our brains expect that the items in proximity to one another in the store will also be near one another in the online design. In the same way, our web browsers don't need to have file folders in the shape of paper folders, but it provides the best end-user experience because it makes the idea of what their purpose is apparent by mirroring their real-life counterpart. This is called Skeuomorphic Design. This is the same with any user experience design. When designing a new website, like a grocery store site, we can use the same organization to build effective designs. In our example of the grocery store website, where would we start? The grocery site wouldn't need a door, but we typically start in a specific location, like the bakery or the fresh produce section. To provide the best end-user experience, your design should almost always mirror the real world. Online shopping may not require that you shop in order or save your cold foods for last, but it may be what your user is expecting and ready to experience. As you begin to build your grocery website, how do you decide what it should look like? Sometimes grocery stores can be overwhelming. Can we reduce this in our online user experience? Let's say the grocery store offers 25 different types and brands of bread. Online, there are a whopping 75 different variations of bread and brands. If the in-person experience can sometimes be overwhelming, how can we simplify this while still increasing the number of options we provide? We can streamline the experience by following the principles of minimalist design. For example, when I click on an item, perhaps my options increase a little at a time to minimize the incoming information to the end user. After clicking on bread, I may be offered different types of bread, like white, wheat, raisin, rolls, buns, etc. Only after selecting the type of bread will the different brands and versions be shown. This narrows the options down to what I may have seen in the store. We've minimized the excess incoming information while making more options available to the online user. Flat design is similar to minimalist design. However, while minimalist design minimizes the excess information, flat design is intended to reduce the visual distraction of an end-user experience by using simple, balanced shapes. Blended designs are increasing in popularity. For example, material design is where a flat design is then designed over with contrast and shadows to add depth. A minimalist design can be blended with figures and shapes in the background to add depth and color, similar to deep flat. There are 3D designs and others out there, but remember to keep the end user in mind. Whatever design you go with, remember to create a single design that works with all platforms. For example, how will your design work on an Android versus iOS, or Edge versus Chrome? It's best practice to design with a dynamic and flexible design from the start. Design and test them side by side so that the user experiences are similar on any device. You can often do this with a style sheet or a plan of action. Planning and testing allows you to provide a user experience that's easier to navigate later. I hope these design styles helped. I'm Heather, and thanks for learning with us today.